There he is, the man we've been waiting to talk to. Your boy Puesch from Iration, man. How's things hanging?
Just hanging. We're it's going well. We're just getting ramping up to getting ready for the tour. So and these pop-ups and these things that we're doing in San Diego. So we're just getting ready.
Dude, I don't even know where I want to start with you. I mean, we've got the show coming to Gallagher Square that's happening June 25th as part of the release of your new album, Where It All Began, May 1st. I guess I mean we'll probably just start there because that album is kind of it's kind of like a return to form. It's like paying homage to your roots.
Yeah, yeah. It's an album where we had started these kind of recording sessions actually a few years back, and we're writing and recording, and um, we kind of had these two distinct styles of music happening at the same time, parallel to each other. And we decided to take, listen, we have these kind of songs that feel very different than these songs, even though we're writing them and recording them at the same time. We had different producers we were working with. And so, things were kind of going into two buckets. And we said, let's just take these songs and put a record out with the ones that kind of fit in this vein. And then we'll save these other ones and these will go into a different, record down the line. And so, the deal that we had was for two albums, and so we're like, you know what, that should take care of two albums. And the first one we put out was the last album was Day Trippin', which I think had a little bit more of our kind of the early rock, had the kind of crossover and the rock influence. And this one is definitely a little bit more siding towards where the music that we kind of drew a lot of inspiration from early days as a band. There was a lot of reggae and pop and kind of a little bit more experimental stuff. And so yeah, it's great, and I'm really happy about it.
I'm curious as where you drew influences from because yes, I totally get that kind of alt reggae, almost sublime esque feel for Day Trippin' because I mean that was it felt so natural to Southern California. And then you hear Show You, which sounds like an Iration record, but it has these other vibes in it. What other artists did you draw from that you were kind of early inspired by?
I think it's one of those things where there's so many, and I think we my influences as personally are so different from all the guys in the band. So like the band's early influences for sure are like obviously the kind of reggae greats and like the Sly and Robbies and the Bob Marley and the Wailers and Gregory Isaacs and artists like that were very much steel pulse that kind of influenced us as we became a band and started playing music together because those were the things that we were covering. We were a cover band. But as far as for myself as a songwriter and a person that was a music appreciator, I was always into stuff that was a little bit more like the Beatles and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Weezer, a little bit more on the rock end of things. And so obviously I love pop music as well. And so that was kind of like where my influence kind of merged with the guys. And when I joined the band in the early, when we were in the garages and they said, we have all these songs that have no words to them. And I said, well, I can do that. I can do the words and put words onto some of these songs. And then that's where it kind of things started. So yeah, I mean, there's influences like on Show You, you kind of hear that the riff in the beginning of the song, that's very much like an homage to, it sounds a little bit like All of My Love by Zeppelin, and it's kind of got things like that are in there, but then this quarterly it's coming from kind of old 80s pop records, and there's some other things happening in there, so there's a lot of stuff that's going on.
Oh, it's fraught with 80s pop goodness, and I can't wait to hear the rest of the record because we're going to get to listen to it this weekend. We're going to do something really cool with you. I want to know where this came from. Your ties to San Diego and the food bank. We're going to be packing boxes this weekend and listening to your new album. How did the idea of that come about?
Well, we have one of our guys in our management team, Xavier Ramirez, is from San Diego, grew up there, born and raised. And so we've always had, and the band itself has always had ties to San Diego. We have so many friends that we grew up with in Hawaii that moved there and still live there. And the guys that we met in college that were kind of like our core group of buddies that were, supported the band and were like the guys that would show up at all of our shows and stuff in the early days were all from San Diego. And so we've had this great relationship from the beginning. We were playing the beach bars and PB and Canes and places like that from when we first started as a band, where we first and had momentum going as a group. So we've always had this kind of kindred relationship with San Diego. He was down there. He just moved back from LA down to San Diego, and he was just doing some good charity work on the weekends at the food bank. And he was like, you know what, this would be like an amazing thing to kind of partner with, because we were just looking like, hey, how can we get involved in this and do these community outreach things, and also activate fans and like not just make it about, hey, come and hang out with us and let's just like do some meet and greet at a random place. Let's do something cool and give back to the community while we're doing that at the same time. And it kind of made sense. And so he came up with the idea. It was a great idea. And we all were like, that sounds rad. Let's do it.
Well, thank you for letting Alt 94.9 be a part of it. I will tell you, as me personally, it's one of my most favorite giveaways we've ever done. I mean, how often you give away a chance to volunteer to do something good and hear new music from a band? It's just, the concept is so cool, and it definitely feels like such a San Diego thing. And I will tell you, the response to it, it's like we were giving away Disney tickets. There are so many people who want to be a part of this just because they love the idea. So thank you guys for bringing that to us, and I'm stoked to be a part of it this weekend.
Well, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for being a part of it as well and supporting, and obviously thank you to the people that find that a good idea. I mean, that it takes the community to kind of make it happen, and so I think that just, it's a testament to the good people of San Diego.
Who knows? We might have to make this a regular thing. Have you guys pop down once a year, do a little thing at the San Diego Food Bank, maybe do a secret show in somebody's bar afterwards, and cause a little trouble in our backyard.
I'm 100% down with that. I think that would be an amazing thing to do annually, maybe even biannually. We can keep it going.
Here's my arm.
Keep coming down.
Twist it. Go ahead. Man, I know you got a lot going on. I'm gonna let you bounce. Thank you for everything you do, and we cannot wait to see you on Saturday.
Thank you. We'll see you down there. Appreciate it.